Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful young girl named Cinderella. She lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters, who forced her to do all the chores around the house. Cinderella was treated like a servant, but she was always kind and gentle, even to those who were unkind to her. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters were not only cruel to her, but they were also jealous of her beauty and kindness. One day, the king announced that he was throwing a ball to find a suitable bride for the prince. The king was a handsome and intelligent young man. He was also kind and compassionate. All the young women in the kingdom were invited, including Cinderella's stepsisters. Cinderella's stepsisters were excited about the ball, but they were worried about what to wear. They had spent all their money on new dresses and jewelry, but they were still not satisfied. Cinderella was excited about the ball, but her stepmother refused to let her go. "You can't go to the ball," the stepmother said. "You're just a servant. You don't have any nice dresses to wear." Cinderella was heartbroken. She ran to her room and cried, but then her fairy godmother appeared. Cinderella's fairy godmother was a wise and kind woman who had been watching over Cinderella since her mother's death. She knew that Cinderella was a special girl with a kind heart. "Don't cry, Cinderella," the fairy godmother said. "I will help you go to the ball." The fairy godmother waved her magic wand and transformed Cinderella's rags into a beautiful ball gown. She also gave Cinderella a pair of glass slippers. "You must be back by midnight," the fairy godmother warned. "When the clock strikes midnight, the magic will wear off." Cinderella thanked the fairy godmother and hurried to the ball. When she arrived, everyone gasped in amazement at her beauty. The prince was immediately smitten with her. Cinderella and the prince danced all night long. They fell in love at first sight. But as the clock struck midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. She had to leave before the magic wore off. Cinderella ran down the palace steps, losing one of her glass slippers along the way. The prince found the slipper and vowed to find the girl who fit it. He sent his servants all over the kingdom to search for the girl. The next day, the prince's servants came to Cinderella's house. Her stepsisters tried to force the slipper on their feet, but it was too small. Cinderella then stepped forward and tried on the slipper. It fit perfectly. The prince was overjoyed to have found his true love. He and Cinderella were married and lived happily ever after.